Joe, we're so thrilled to have you with us. Let's start and have you tell us a little bit about your background.
Sure. I had a weird background. I was in three different branches of the military. So I was Army enlisted field artillery to start with, and then after college, the Marine Corps for about 11 years. And then I ended up being active duty with the Air National Guard and ended up retiring Air Force with 25 years combined between the three services.
Well, thank you for your service. And after you retired from the military, why did you feel it necessary to start Angels of America's Fallen?
I had lost friends in every branch of the military, and I had also worked closely with law enforcement from Secret Service down to local task forces. And I saw the risks everybody was taking, our first responders right here at home, and my friends through training and combat and other things. And it was always a great guy with a little bitty kid. And it made me think, well, what are we doing for the kids while they're kids? And when I researched, I could find grief counseling at the beginning and then scholarships at the end for when they've really become adults, but not much through the middle of their childhood, through their most crucial formative years. And knowing how it was for me growing up, the things that I got away with back then, you can't do now. It's easier to get in trouble and not be able to recover. And I thought we need to make sure these kids have positive outlets for their grief and their anxiety, and that they're doing something healthy with their time instead of making negative choices.
So then tell me, what's different about Angels compared to any other organization supporting these children?
The big thing is that we make a long-term commitment. When we enroll a child, we get them in sports, music, arts, basically whatever healthy activity they want to do in their local community with a coach or an instructor, so they've got this positive outlet. And we couldn't imagine getting a child into something they otherwise couldn't afford to do and have it then go away the next year and say, well, good luck, reapply, maybe you can keep doing that. So we commit to keeping the kids all the way up until they turn 19, to get them all the way through high school. And no matter what they may change their activity interest to, we ensure that they can do that. So we call and follow up and make sure that they're doing something healthy. We stick with them the whole time. So it's not a 1 week, it's not a one time, it's not a one and done kind of thing. And it's throughout their most crucial formative years as a relationship, as them being part of the Angels family.
I love that. Now, so you're taking care of the child, but how does your support impact the remaining parent?
It's been really interesting to see that, because my initial thoughts were just the children. But when you help the child, you help mom or dad. We have mostly moms in our program, but a couple of dads out there. And when they can't afford to have their child do something that's what the kid wants to do, that kind of hurts. And when their kids do get engaged in the activities, the parents get the benefit of their kids going off and burning off some energy, which is important. If you've got kids, you understand that. And also they vet what activity provider their child goes to for their piano lessons or soccer league or whatever it is. So when they take them and drop them off for their activity, they know what they're doing, they know they're in good hands, and it gives them the opportunity to go and take care of other business that might have been hard to do when they're being a busy single parent.
So Joe, I'm curious now, how many children do you support each year?
So in 2019, we supported over 400 children, and we have a large amount of kids. We got over 600 kids on our waiting list. So on a year-to-year basis, we have about 300 kids that are fully supported, as in that commitment all the way through to 19 years old. But even the kids that are waiting, we get them in things when we can. So that's how some of the numbers were a little bit more for 2019 than the 300 fully enrolled, is because we've got what we call lessons from Lila, and that is swimming lessons for all kids, whether they're fully enrolled or on the waiting list. We want to make sure they've got basic life safety skills. And that was named in honor of a little precious 2-year-old that died just 13 months after her Air Force father had passed. So we get them in different kinds of activities as we can for those on the waiting list, and make the long-term commitment to those that we fully enrolled.
And Joe, I know that you do an annual gala. So are you doing something virtual this year?
Yes, well, we're planning on a hybrid event. So we hope to still be able to have a portion in person. And looks like that currently will be limited to around maybe 300 guests for that. That's a little less than half of the guests that we had for our previous one. So we're going to have a virtual component, which actually I think is going to bring a lot of positives. So people will be able to participate in the gala. We have a very extensive live auction and silent auction, really extensive silent auction that people could participate in from wherever they are. But yeah, this way, more people in more locations will be able to see the kids perform in the activities we support them in, which is a huge confidence builder for the kids. And it shows the donors really directly the impact that their dollars are having when you see these kids get up there and do their karate or music, dance, whatever their thing is.
Sure, Joe, that sounds amazing. Thank you so much for being with us today.